Hey team, so in this video here I'm going to be going through how you create boxes with Mitre Joints. So I'm going to go through the full process of a basic box and I'm going to use Mitre Joints on the corners. So first thing I'm going to do in my document here is create the key components that this product's going to have. So I'll start with the first component, which will be the long sides of the box. So I'm going to call this long sides, just in the name here. I'm going to make sure that when I create my first component I do not have activate ticked. I'll press OK, and now I've got that component on the left here. I'm going to keep doing this for all the components of my project here. So I'm going to have the short sides, and I'm also going to create the top this way. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, and you'll see why shortly as we create the rest of the parts of this project. So first things first, I'm going to start with the long sides of this box. So I'm going to activate long sides here, and then I'm going to start a new sketch. I'm going to do that top down, so I'm going to pick this plane here. So I'm looking top down on my box. You can see that I'm looking top down from the navicube. And I'm going to start with just a line for the longest side, which is 300 millimeters in this case. Right, so you can see that there. Next, I'm going to start creating those mitre joints on the corners. So to do that, I'm just going to draw a line inwards like that at 45 degrees. I don't really care how long the line is, I just need it going inwards. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And for this one, 135, because it's what's left out of 180. Then I'm going to go ahead and join up these two lines. So I've sort of got a side there, but it doesn't look right. Next, I'm going to go and select the horizontal or vertical constraint here so that these two lines are parallel. And then finally, using sketch dimension, which could also be D on your keyboard, I'm going to space these apart, the thickness of my material, which will be 12 millimeters. Okay, so that's what we should have for the long sides of the box. I am going to add one more thing to this, which is a line that goes straight down the middle here. And this is going to allow me to create the rebate joint on the underside, which will allow me to put the base into the box. So once I've done my sketch there, my profile sketch, I'm going to tick finish sketch, click the little home view, zoom out a little bit, and then E on my keyboard will allow me to extrude these components or these parts of this box to the correct size. And I'm going to make this 140 millimeters tall. All I need to do now is press OK. And I've now got the basics of the long side. I am going to switch my view just so I can see the underside here. And then I'm going to turn my sketch back on. Right, this one here. And I'm just going to extrude that inner section up by 3 millimeters in order to make the rebate for the base of the box. And then I can turn that sketch off. So there we go, I've got the long side. Next, I need to go ahead and create the short sides. So I'm going to activate the short side, create a new sketch, still on that flat top-down plane, and I'm going to create it in this direction. So for my short sides in this one, I'm going to go 150 millimeters long, and then I'll use the same process I just did to draw in the two angled sections, so 45 degrees. So one there, come the other way, 45 degrees, and then I'll join those two up. And then finally, I need to space those apart appropriately, so they'll be 12 millimeters apart. And there is most of the sketch, just need to do that center line now. And there we go, short side complete. I'll click tick finish sketch and I'll extrude that just like I did the previous one. So both profiles to start with up to 140 millimeters. And then looking at it from underneath, I'll reactivate my sketch or change its visibility. And then I will extrude that up by 3 and press OK. Alright, turn off that sketch, and now we have the short side excuse me, and the long side of the box. Last things I need to do here, I need to create a piece for the top, and I need to create a piece for the base, and then I need to assemble it all together. So I'll activate my top now. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same things I've done for the other ones, which is draw the top-down profile. Because I've made my box using Mitre Joints and I know the dimensions of the whole box, it's going to be 300 long and 150 wide. Now, like a lot of things with this, if your dimensions are slightly different, that's fine. You could change these dimensions to suit your design. Finally, I'll extrude that up by 3mm. You notice I'm hitting keyboard commands. It was E just before, and then going to extrude that up by 3. Alright, so there's my top as well. Now, unsurprisingly, this box will need to have more than just 2 sides. But rather than make my life hard and having to do that all over again, I'm going to select each of the sides that I've created, so my long side first. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to click anywhere out here, right click again, and then I'm going to click paste new. That's going to allow me to drag that out and flip it around. So I've got another long side. I'm going to do the same with this one, copy, paste new, move it out, flip it around, and press OK. There we go. So now I've got all the parts except for the base. So I think we will assemble these parts now. Before I put anything together though, I need to move that top so it's up out of the way. So I'm just going to click it and then hit M on my keyboard, and then I can drag it up and out of the way. And now I'm ready to start joining components together. I'm going to use this tool here, Joint, and because we're doing these mitre joints and all these components are in their roughly the correct positions, I'm going to select the center of these lines, and I might even change my orientation so you can see this better. If I select these correctly, just a little bit more, you notice that the disc that the joint tool creates is perpendicular to this line. I need it to stay that way in both cases. Right? And if I do that, it should join up correctly. Alright, I'll press OK. Right, that's the first component jointed. I'll do the same over here. So that one to there. Press OK. Same over here. Press OK. And then that looks like the whole base of the box, or the sides are all put together. Lastly, I'll put this join this top piece on. I'm going to do that by zooming right in on the side there so I can get the underside of that piece, and then that corner there, that vertex. So there we go, that mostly looks correct. The only thing I haven't put in yet is the base. Now I didn't do that before as far as making a component because I really needed to see how big that was. Now that I've done all this, I can measure that. So I can click the inspect tool, I can measure how long the long side is, so 288, and the short side 138. Now I can create that part. So again, I'm going to make a new component. The whole model will be the parent, and I'll just name it base. I'm going to activate my base, back to my home view, new sketch, and I'll draw that rectangle. So R on the keyboard for rectangle, and we'll go 288 by 138. Hit enter, and there's the basic shape and size of that base. I'm going to tick finish sketch now. Back on my home view and flipping to the underside. Oh, sorry, not the underside. I'll look from the top, and I'll extrude that up by the 3mm that the base needs to be. Now I can install that into the rest of the model. I'll activate the whole model again to do that, and then I'll join that in. So going from this corner here to that vertex there. Ooh. There we go. And I'll click OK, and there we go. So there's the basic box there. The only thing about this one is it's fully closed up. So we're going to do one last step just to separate what would be the lid away from the base, and that is split body. The way we need to do that, however, is we need to create a offset plane that will sit partway down from the top of this. So I'm going to click this offset plane button, select the top surface, and I'm going to come down 20mm, so minus 20. Right, and that's going to take off 20mm off the top of this box. Press OK. And then I can use split body. The bodies to split is going to be the long sides. I can select all of these long sides and the short sides. Just twist around the whole box there to get them all. Then the splitting tool is the plane, and then I'll just press OK. And what will happen now is it's now going to split all those into separate pieces. So in long sides, for example, there is now going to be two bodies, body 1 and body 2 for the lid and the base. I I can now also turn off that construction, which is that plane, and we've got the basic box there. So that's creating a box using Mitre Joints. Okay, fairly straightforward. Just a number of steps there to follow through. So hopefully that helps you with creating your box.